welcome to the Rejected Again podcast, where we have a good old catch-up and try to find a silver lining in our rejections. Each week, we will centre our chats around a theme, and this week, the theme is technology. Very exciting. So, Georgie, how was your week this week?
My week's not been too bad. Other than normal stuff, I don't know. I'm assuming you're kind of asking to see if I've had any rejected stories rather than just in general. Oh, how's my week been? It just it's a week.
Also, can we just preface, this isn't how we talk to one another in our personal lives. Georgie, how was your week? That's not how we talk.
So actually, because this is a technology round, we replaced Laura with a robot. That's why all the questions are very on it.
I'm now an AI.
Yeah.
Oh, technology link. Whoa. Always thinking.
As if robots weren't a technology link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to give you credit, and you were like, nah, I won't take any credit.
No. But yeah. Anyway, tell me about how you've been rejected multiple times. Georgie.
You just know that if anyone's got a rejected story, it's going to be me. I mean, I do have one, but that's
so
not
incredibly formal.
There we go then.
Do tell me your weekly report. Give me your weekly data report. Give it to me so I can update my systems.
And this is how I'm going to break the are you a robot question by the fact that it's not in the last week, it was the week before, so oops, but whatever. You know, it's since the last time we chatted anyway. Anyway, so I recently, as you know, went back down south to visit family and such. And basically, every single ticket barrier that I went through on the train rejected my ticket. Every single one. And every single one, I had to go up to the guy, like one of the ticket guards and barriers, and go, "Hi, can you let me through the gate?" And I honestly think it's because I have two options. One, because I actually got my ticket a few days before and printed it off at the station a few days before, so I was actually on it for once. So either that, and it hated being left around in my purse for a few days. And two, which the other option, which I like much better, even though it's probably less likely, is the fact that the station I was getting off at, because it's near a station I don't normally go to, it's a very smaller station. I don't think the ticket barrier could make out whether I was going in the right direction, whether I was meant to go north, south, east, west. It had no clue where it was.
Oh. Well, it's good they let you through, though. Huh? Sometimes, like, the ticket guards can be not great. Like, Laura, I feel like you've had that... Was it you or someone else I know has had such awful luck with ticket barriers? Like, with the guards being like, nope, no leeway.
Seriously?
Yeah, well,
I've never had
okay,
that issue.
But I once went to Heather's and I became gravely ill at Heather's. And I had to travel back from Oxford. And you could see, I mean, when I say I was ill, like, I mean snot, crying, pale as a sheet. Like, honestly, it was just awful. And I booked a ticket back, but because I travelled back the day before, they made me pay a fine of 70 quid. And I was like crying to the ticket guy, being like, I needed to come back because I was so ill. And it said you need to use by, like the wording isn't right.
Yeah.
And he was just like, tough luck, cough up. And then he charged me 90 quid instead of 70 because he got it wrong. And so they had to like refund me a couple of days later.
Wow. Oh, that's why I think I would never be able to do those jobs, because I'd be like, meh, train companies take so many millions of pounds a year, you get on for free. I would be so lenient and be like, nah, I don't care.
I guess it also depends on the situation. Angry. But like, yeah, Laura, if it was said on your ticket, had to use by, and it was like, what was it, like an open return or something?
I don't even really remember. It was a while ago. But like, it was definitely a return of some sort. And also like, just a bit of compassion. Like, it wasn't like I was ill in a non-visible way. I was like really ill, really like coughing, spluttering.
Yeah.
White,
and it also wasn't even like
crying.
you didn't have a ticket. It was you travelled just the day before.
Yeah, on a pretty much empty train.
Yeah.
That's
Whereas
really silly.
sometimes you can buy a ticket very easily, and you get on the train and you're like, only standing room. Oh, is this okay?
Yeah. Or you like book a seat and they're like, oh, there's no bookings anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Honestly.
Well, even if there's something like
Honestly.
the strike going on, then you can normally use your ticket the day before or after and such like that
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
Anyway, we should really
Ugh,
save this content for our travel.
Yeah.
Our travel episode of the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Why
Oh well.
trains are the most hated transport in the UK.
I love trains. Train
I
companies.
do love
though, I don't
trains. Yeah, it's dependent.
Yeah.
It's take the anger out on the right people because trains themselves,
Yeah.
brilliant. The companies
Hate the
privatise
player,
too
not the
much.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate the player, not the game. Yeah.
Aw.
Anyway,
Poor innocent little trains.
just chugging along, trying to do their job.
Bless them. To be fair, I think I would. Just side note. I think it'd be really cute to go like on a steam train. I like having like an afternoon tea on a steam train. I think that'd be just so cute.
Yeah. My
Have you?
grandparents
I've been
went
on a
on
steam
the
train,
Orient
yeah.
Express.
That's
Ooh,
nice.
That's cool.
That's expensive though.
Well,
I'd
they
love-
only had a meal on it.
Ah, fair
It was
enough.
like a very short trip. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
I know, there's pictures of them all like dressed to the nines going
Oh,
Very cool.
bless them.
Anyway. Yeah, have you guys got any rejected stories? Just me this time.
Yeah, I think this week's been okay. To be fair, I think going back to work, I'm absolutely shattered. But I think, like, rejection-wise, nah. I think it's been an okay week.
in. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've been rejected. No, I don't think anyone has rejected me.
Or nothing, like an object. Or a system.
Yeah. I thought I was going to be rejected from
Yeah?
from buying my car because I brought a car today.
Yeah.
Woo. I've not been very. I've just been incredibly scared and anxious about everything. And so my brain has not been working at good capacity. I gave the wrong postcode on an official documentation.
Ooh!
And he was like, this doesn't match up. And I was like, and he was like, yeah. And then he gave the postcode back and I confirmed it. And he was like, I don't get this. And then after like 10 seconds, I was like, that's wrong. And he looked very concerned. And then he kept asking me if I had P plates ready to put on the car.
Oh.
It's like, oh no.
But are you? Are you going to put P plates on?
I put the P plates on.
Why?
You have to put them on, do you?
Because...
I personally wouldn't, because when I initially passed my driving test and put P plates on, I was not treated great on the road by the drivers.
Oh, really? Were you not?
People don't, like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a positive thing. People don't give you, like, nice allowance or grace. People doubt your ability to drive and do stupid things because they get impatient with you. So
Right.
I would genuinely not put people. That's obviously your decision, but my experience was quite negative with people.
And maybe it depends on where you're driving. Like, I mean, I never put them on, but I didn't have to because when I passed my test, it was then driving just to and from school, you know. So, like, for like last 6 months of college.
My mum's friend, bless her, she has had her P plates on her car for so long they've literally melted into the car and she can't take them off.
That's so bad.
That's bad, isn't it?
Oh, that's really bad.
That's
To be
really bad.
honest.
So she has been driving for a few years now and she can't take them off. They're literally melted into the car.
Oh my days.
To be honest, I do wonder if my because you know I've got the Decepticon symbol on my car. I do
Yeah.
wonder if I don't want to try and take it off, but if I ever do get a new car, I will obviously want to move it. But it's been on my car so long now, I really think I won't be able to take it off, and therefore I have to get a new one when I get a new car. But that's not going to be anytime soon, so for now I'm ignoring that as an issue.
Yeah. That's a future you problem.
Yeah, literally.
I was thrust into the harsh realities of owning a car.
Yeah.
Because as I was like leaving and shutting it up, you know, I saw that a bird had pooed on it already.
Oh,
classic welcome.
I know. And bless, my dad was like, I'll do it for you. I'll clean it up. I was like, thank you.
What colour is it again? Is it an easy one to clean?
It's brown.
Okay.
So fairly easy. Oh, yeah, I guess this could be a rejection story, actually. Went into the office, saw my good friend Alec. Lovely guy. He says to me, what car did you get? I said, a Honda. He said, let me stop you there. You're either a Gran or a Chav. Which one did you get?
Apparently you're somehow in between that range.
I said I got a Honda Jazz, and he said, good news for you. That's the granny wagon.
I understand where he's coming from.
Imagine he was like, sorry to break it to you, you absolute chav.
That's the Honda Civic, apparently. It's Chav girl.
Okay.
And then apparently the one that I have is the granny car, and he was like, what colour is it? And I said brown. He was like, a granny wagon, hearing aid brown.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay. And then I went home and I said to my dad, I was like, can you believe that Alex said this? And he was like, oh, I did look up the demographic.
Oh.
And it does match. It is older people. So,
to be fair, I'm now looking up the car on the internet, and it wouldn't be wrong to say that I could imagine a 70-year-old in it.
Yeah, that's what I
who's taking their grandkids to ballet practice or football practice.
Pete, I like how you
Wouldn't
look
be
up a
remiss.
picture, like Laura didn't send us a picture of the car. And, like, in fact,
I
you
know,
could have looked
but-
the colour up and everything yourself.
yeah.
I don't know cars. I
To be
literally
honest,
know nothing about
the
cars.
It's the one she was
inside
standing
is
in front
a little
of.
bit granny. Yeah.
Say that again, Laura.
The inside is a little bit grandma core. But to be fair, I'm quite grandma core.
Yeah,
So I think
the
it
glasses,
it fits the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's...
Yeah.
I also don't think there's anything wrong with having a grandmother car. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I think it's sensible, reliable. I'm really excited to be in a car with you for the first time, Laura.
Oh,
I'm really,
I know.
I'm
can't-
strangely really excited.
I'm a good driver. I'm very cautious. I'm very aware.
Honestly, I can imagine though Georgia getting in the car being like, Laura, go! Laura, go!
There you go.
Laura!
What are you doing?
A few times my dad was like, it is 30. And I'd be like, okay. But to be fair, where I live, it's fully 20. So it's rare to get a 30.
Oh, okay.
So it was usually my dad.
So
being
were you
like,
driving
"Just
a
so you know."
20 and a 30?
Well, it's like, yeah, because it's 20 everywhere. Even on roads that should be 30, it's 20.
Okay, let's
Anyway,
get on.
moving on.
Let's
moving
get on.
Okay, so a couple of technology would you rather questions to get us in the techie mood.
Woo!
Would you rather carry a flip phone or use only a desktop computer for the rest of your life?
I don't know. I think they're both good options. See, because my thought is like desktop computer, excuse to only do your work at one place and such, even if you're on the laptop, or like even if you're like doing homework stuff, or it means you don't keep carrying around a laptop, which is someone who takes around a laptop a lot because of my PhD. I see the benefit, but at the moment it probably wouldn't work for me. And then flip phone's cool because you then don't have all the extra stuff that's on it. So I think I'm leaning towards flip phone to be better.
Just
because I'm doing a PhD at the
flip
moment.
Phone. Because what I like about a laptop is being able to move out of the room, that sort of stuff. I think just being able to move it. Flip phone, I think I think genuinely loads of people could benefit from having that, because you know, like Ed Sheeran did it, like having a really basic phone. Because I know that I spend way too many hours on my phone, unnecessarily scrolling, and I think with this flip phone, I wouldn't be able to scroll, and I think that'd be good. I think that'd be really beneficial, and I think a lot of people could benefit from it. I think the children of today are really missing out on not having flip phones. I think that they're missing out on the beauty of them.
Yeah, the passive aggressive, like slamming it down at the end of the phone call.
I was going to say,
that's the thing. The teen dramas don't have that drama anymore because that doesn't exist.
That is so dramatic.
No.
Yeah. Though we were literally
So
discussing this over when I was just down south, and there was, I think, relatively recently, there was this article basically showing people like what the effects are of kids having phones and such and smartphones. Yeah. And they actually took them away for a few weeks or something, and they literally had showed that, I think it was stuff like anxiety, depression improved for the kids that had it, and there was even one kid that actually almost had signs of like withdrawal because they weren't on their phone. Like you would get like withdrawal symptoms you would get from like alcohol and such, and people aren't aware of how damaging that actually is for, well, not just kids but everyone as well, which is crazy really. So I do think actually having flip phone with like the old flip phones where it's literally just phone and text, that's all you need. You don't need to do all this extra, must have your emails on your phone, play games or extra. You don't really need it. You don't need it all the time. So
yeah,
definitely.
Okay, so would you rather, and I guess this is like semi-telling, would you rather lose your keys or forget your cell phone or forget your mobile phone?
Forget my phone. If I can't, like,
phone.
Like, if I've forgot my keys, there's no way I'm getting back into the flat. Phone,
yeah,
I could go a day without phone
not
if
being able
needed.
to get.
But I think a lot of people would probably rather lose their keys.
No way. Like, if you lose your keys, you have to then get your lock replaced, and you have no idea who then has potentially access. Like, if you lose your phone, you just go a day without someone messaging or calling you.
To be fair, I do think about this quite often, because like when I watch shows like Friends, none of them have mobile phones, and they all people like before mobile phones existed, people managed to survive. They managed to meet up with their friends, they managed to stay in contact with family, they managed to just live life. Right, fine. And I do almost think I'm quite jealous that I would love to have grown up in the 80s and 90s where mobile phones don't exist. I think I'm quite jealous of that. I'd love to just see what that's like.
I was going to say, in a way, you almost had more freedom because, there was, like, you didn't have to keep on track of your phone on timing, or, like, people trying to contact you. So, unlike now, people have their phones around so often, you're almost always available. You don't have that time to, like, shut off and not be available, or just literally don't be connected with things. So, I get your point.
Yeah, and, like, people get anxious now when they do shut off. I find myself... like, as soon as I turn off notifications, I'm panicked about, like, what if my parents need me?
Yeah.
What if someone calls me?
Yeah.
And then I'm, like, switching notifications back on, or, like, making exceptions and stuff. And it's, Yeah. Okay, so would you rather have an iPod fitted into your mind so you can listen to any music of your choice anytime, or watch your dreams alive on television?
I know they're equally bad options. See, my first thought about the iPod was like, no, because mine will break instantly and I'll get that same little, like, I'll still get a little snippet of a song stuck on repeat in my mind that won't help anything.
Like a scratched up CD.
Yeah. Broken record, just go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
But then also watching the dreams on TV, I know I don't often remember my dreams, but the odd ones I do remember, they're weird as hell. I don't think I want to... I think there's a reason I'm forgetting them when I can.
Yeah, I know. Some
Your
of them
mind's
that
protecting
like,
itself.
Yeah, some of them that are scary, I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
No.
I've been through enough.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I do understand, like, wanting to see your dreams, because you sometimes do wake up being like, did I not dream at all? But you must have. So, I don't know. Sometimes I think it's interesting to remember your dreams, especially because I think it's really cool when people have dreamt about something happening before it happens. Or things like that. They just have this feeling of something's going to happen, or they can kind of predict an outcome of something before it happens. I think that's just so cool. The way the mind works is insane. So I think it would be cool. And I don't know, maybe if we could see our dreams, we would be more consciously creative. Like, I think you're so creative when you dream and in your mind, but you can't always bring that in when you're awake and stuff. I think maybe potentially we could... I feel like definitely we'd be able to create even more scarier horror films.
I was gonna say,
like, if you could bring your nightmares alive, like, I think, jeez, the horror genre would be crazy.
See, I
think the fantasy genre would be crazy.
Movies.
I'm just now thinking of, like, watching your dreams on the TV, and it's almost like when you're looking at something on Netflix or something, you're like, what dream would you like to watch today? There's so many options, you've no idea, except for, like, you don't get a choice and you have to watch them. But, like, the variety, their options are just crazy. Oh, hilarious.
With the iPad in the head, what was your thoughts on how that would work? Or, like, what would you see the pros for that, either of you?
Well, I guess, like, it sort of gives you unlimited access to music at any time, right? So I guess for someone like me, who is the top 0.01% of worldwide listeners of Spotify,
oh gosh, what a brag.
I assume there wouldn't be a subscription fee. So I would get, like, a one-time payment to have this thing implanted in my brain and do what I do every day, which is continuously listen to podcasts or music.
So it's mainly just a money saver, this.
Yeah, I think it would be a money saver.
To be honest, I normally have a song running in the background of my mind, so the fact that it would be an actual song instead would make zero difference to me. So I'm like, yeah, that's the better option than the dream thing.
Though, like what Georgie said, say if you have got a song stuck in your head and you can't remember it, what if you wanted to listen to it though, but you just couldn't remember the name of the song? Because you obviously, like, when you're searching things up, you can put it vaguely in the search engine and sometimes it comes up. But with the iPod in your head, would you have to remember it to play it, or would you be able to have, like, the vague search engine? And
Well, the way I envision it is that it would, like, read the vibes of your brain. So it would know if you wanted something like...
So, like, background music on games, you have it playing.
Wow.
Epic, I'm sold, I definitely want that.
That's
That'd be
really
cool
cool.
as hell. You're, like,
That's
just
really
hiking through somewhere, you get dramatic background music or something.
Yeah.
And then you suddenly starts to get dark and mysterious, and like, oh no, there's something coming up behind
oh,
me.
that's scary. But then also, I also have almost this fear that in reality, your mind suddenly realise you're a bit of a loser, or you have a weird vibe, and you have like, and it's like, I don't want this to be my backing track. I don't want this to be like...
Maybe you could code in before they implant it, being like, I am always cool.
Yeah. Or, like, imagine if you're like,
just
starts
inspires
to
you
feel a
to
bit
live
sad
a
and
cooler
suddenly
life.
gets the violins. It's like, stop, I'm going to cry.
Whatever, it just inspires you to live a cooler life and not just something out of a comedy show or something.
Yeah.
So.
You'd be, like, so dramatic all the time.
Yeah.
Followed by this, like, dramatic music. Okay, and then the last one.
I'm just imagining, but, like, could you imagine if it suddenly think it stopped working and then suddenly the Jaws play soundtrack starts playing, it's just like nothing's happening, and then you suddenly get the like, what's going on?
That would make you so paranoid. You just
That'd be hilarious.
This could have very adverse effects on your mental health.
Yeah.
It make
I feel
people
like it
insane, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, would other people be able to hear this, or is it just you? Because imagine if, like, you see someone if you start crushing on someone and suddenly this romantic music comes on, you're like, turn it off! Turn it off! Like...
I would assume it was just you, because if everyone heard everyone's else's, it would be like overwhelming and you wouldn't hear anything over.
Yeah, very true.
It'd be like almost like a silent disco.
Just be you.
Yeah.
Just in your head.
Yeah.
But would you be able to share like that? Because I think, I obviously love listening to things myself, but I also love when other people like come to visit, sharing yourself with the music, like sharing it with other people.
Maybe if you both have a little implant, you could like bop your heads together, and then like maybe it would like play the same music.
That would be cute.
Would this implant hurt in any way?
Well, I think you'd put under, wouldn't you?
Hopefully.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Goodness,
in
the
your
risks
head,
involved
I'd
with
like
that,
to
though.
think they knock you out for the brain surgery for it.
But also, I've just thought, would you have to plug yourself in or connect yourself to update as new music is released?
No, it would use like energy from like the food you eat.
Or just Bluetooth to download the songs.
Like, you're asking me questions. I don't know.
It's just because this is your brainchild that you came up with this. You need to have all the answers.
I don't think Laura's expecting this much detail from this question.
No.
But we took it and rolling with it. So.
I know, we're so invested in it. We're literally like, oh yeah, so can we buy this? Would this cost any money to have the implant? Or would it be on the NHS?
Yeah, right.
I guess if you exclusively have self-help podcasts going through, then maybe it would be on the NHS.
Oh yeah, would it just be music, or could you listen to podcasts? Because obviously we love good podcasts.
I would be like, there's no point if you can't listen to podcasts.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, so the last one is, would you rather have infinite battery life for your mobile or infinite petrol or diesel, whatever you use, for your car?
Ooh.
Just purely
I would
environmental, I would say the phone. Sorry.
Oh, I did not even think about that. That did not even cross my mind. Wow.
Unless they made cars like fully renewable, like, because even though electric cars are a thing, they're not necessarily fully renewable yet because they still use electricity, which has come from fossil fuels. So it's a bit of a difficult situation. But if it was like a fully renewable thing that had no effect on the environment, then I would go for that. But only for everyone still should use public transport as a better option, really.
Yeah.
But
you're such a better person than me, because I genuinely thought, petrol's expensive, let's go with that.
see, my phone battery life is awful. It doesn't often last a day, so I'm just like,
no. But then in my head, I thought, if you have infinite battery, then what's stopping you using it? Because sometimes, like, when your phone dies, you're like, okay, I need to stop. Let's plug it in and let's not go on my phone.
No, if it's getting lower than 20, I normally go like, I'll plug it in and then leave the room. Simple.
Yeah.
It's when I'm out and about and I need to use it for directions and it's still dying because of that. That's an issue. So.
Yeah. And then going back to the train question, having the train topic, having your ticket on the phone is so anxiety inducing for me. Like when you can see your battery go down, you're like, You're like, please, just last. Because I did. It was coming home one day. I was literally on less than 20%, and I was like turning it off for as long as I could. And then if I ever saw the ticket inspector, I was turning it on, like just trying desperately to save battery, because I know they obviously don't.
Do you not carry like chargers or like battery packs with you?
Not all the time. Not all the time. I
Would
should
recommend.
I should.
I do that.
I'm lazy.
Yeah. I get severely told off if I don't.
You get told off?
Yeah.
By who?
By my dad. He's like, I've bought you one.
Oh.
So you'll never be in this situation. I'm like, yes.
Oh.
I know.
Maybe you like to live life on the edge. Maybe that's how you get your kicks.
I don't. I get my anxiety from that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've all heard about AI.
Yeah.
So, what is AI? Georgie, who's doing a PhD.
Artificial intelligence.
Correct.
Thank you.
I thought.
That's the end of my PhD. If only.
Artificial intelligence.
I mean, that is what I was getting at. But you just answered the question. So it is the ability of a machine to learn and perform different tasks that it's asked to do. So, for instance, you can input a bunch of data, and it will create something for you in a very cohesive manner, which computers weren't able to do before. You can get it to explain certain things to you. It can kind of trawl the internet and look for pieces of information and cohesively put it together. And I personally am very torn about AI. On one hand, I think it's really exciting. I think it's really cool. I think it has loads of really helpful implications for people and life. On the other hand, it's not a vibe. It's not. I think it's got a lot of issues, and it's got a lot of. I think people need to know how to use AI.
Yeah.
And I would be interested to see if schools in the future have lessons on AI and how to use it. So
yeah,
I've recently, I never used to use AI, but I recently used AI a lot during a course I did where I was doing coding, and it's incredibly helpful for chucking a bunch of code that you've written in and telling you exactly where you've gone wrong, what your code is going to do, how it's going to do it. But then on the flip side, I've attempted before to generate code, and it's absolutely messed up completely. So yeah, but so yeah, I wanted to know what you guys thought about AI.
Yeah.
And then I've got a little surprise for both of you, an AI surprise.
Oh gosh,
no, that's going to be awful.
I'm terrified. I'm in two minds as well, because I see the fun of it, because in a recent trip we all went on a lovely little Christmas trip, and we went to a great museum library. We went to a great library exhibit, which used AI to generate pretend fortunes and pretend things, and that was a really fun. And I think that was just a really fun way, and I think a very harmless way of using AI to create pretend predictions and stuff like that. And I think it can be used in a really useful way, but I also do agree that I think it almost might make people slightly lazier. It will lead to people problem solving less and saying, oh no, I don't need to solve that problem, I'll just put that in AI, that will sort it for me. And I think it might create people who are less able to think for themselves in a way. And then also a real particular thing I really dislike now on phones, they can use AI to correct pictures so that so that everything's perfect. So I think you lose the authenticity, you lose the moment, the actual moment, when in reality it shouldn't be, everything should be perfect. Not everyone's smiling at the same, or everyone's looking I don't feel like that's needed. I think you miss the authenticity, and I think you miss just the natural order of things. Because that's what I love, is when looking at old photos of genuinely candid moments, and going back going oh my gosh, that's so funny, because you can then actually remember the moment. Whereas I think with these AI generated images where everything's perfect, you forget the moment, because that's not actually happened, and I think that's what I worry about, that AI will lead to people being lazy, and also you lose the actual reality, really.
Yeah,
I totally agree. I kind of same, also two minds about it. I mean, as doing my PhD is obviously a big topic in academia world and such, and in universities and such. There's rather than just, it's starting to change, not just looking at like students' coursework, whether it's like plagiarised as a big thing, but also how much AI contribution has been added. And it's still obviously quite difficult to know what that is, but it is something that has to be considered. And I agree, like, with your point, this one saying it's great that it can help with things such as coding, but it shouldn't take away your knowledge from understanding the basics and how it works. Like, it might help you get to somewhere faster, but it shouldn't be a replacement. You should still know the basics, otherwise you're not going to know how anything works and be able to change it as you need it, because AI is still in a learning phase itself. It's not going to be right a lot of the time. So so it's easy still to be wrong, that you should have your own knowledge of to be able to identify that. Like you say, Heather, with the photos, knowing if it's right or wrong, I think it's interesting how AI can like generate artwork, but it ruins the effect that of like people's actual hard work that they put in. For like photographers, when they do this, they do all the edits, they actually take a good photo, to artists who are designing things or having their work almost, I think it's almost being stolen because they used for learning for the AI tools to make something similar, and therefore their work isn't then actually their work almost as much. So it's very difficult.
Hasn't an AI like won an art competition twice now?
Has it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I didn't know about that.
And that's really sad, because that's like a position that should be taken by a person.
Yeah, because who wins then? Like in that sort of thing, what gets the award? The people who have compiled it, or like...
Or like it should have its own, if you're going to do it, have it its own category, so like it's separate from the different, like you have different art competitions for different types of like mediums and such anyway. And so you have like photography is one, you have like artists, whether it's abstract or whether it's an actual sculpture or something. I don't know what the categories are, but along those lines I'm sure there are some. But also, like, normally digital designs are normally separated as well, because it's an entirely different style of arts. So actually AI, it's not, in my view, it's not actually an art, it's telling a computer to do different things. So therefore it shouldn't be in the same category. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think there just needs to be I think it needs to be better monitored. I think there needs to be a real hard definition between, like, with how you use it. Like, it's really good for fun. Like, my workplace send out an AI tool every year where you can like make like Baroque or or whatever steampunk planes, and like make a Christmas card with it. And then you can like generate like like an aeronautical Christmas message. So like it's a lot of fun. Like you can do a lot of good with it, but there's also some really dark implications of it. Like people getting really lazy, people not being able to think for themselves, and stuff that, you know, doesn't need to be talked about, but like is even darker. And I think I think technology just like it runs on at such a speed that no one is ever prepared enough to like properly safeguard and monitor it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because even like with my car that I picked up, like I plugged in my phone expecting it to work, and it's like no iPod found. Like it will only listen to MP3 files, and it's like my new car's like 12 years old, I think, and it just shows that I don't think of 12 years old as like 12 years ago as that far ago. But we didn't even have like stuff like Spotify. Like it was all MP3, it was all CDs. Mad.
I mean, if you look, my parents often say like the tech that they grew up with is like phenomenally different, and I feel like now that we're getting older, we can actually see. Obviously, there is still an obvious difference from the tech we grew up with to now.
Yeah.
Like my dad will say, oh, he remembers his first laptop or computer thing wasn't until I think he was at university or anything, and I remember getting my first laptop or computer, and we had a group home computer when growing up, and then getting a first laptop in beginning of secondary school possibly, and the technology's just changed totally now, and now kids get iPads when they're like starting secondary school. I don't know what they're getting, but like technology is changing rapidly, and it's hard to keep up almost.
Okay, I'm gonna read my little surprise for you guys.
Oh my gosh.
To demonstrate, well, I don't know what it will demonstrate. You guys will decide whether it demonstrates the joys of AI or the horrors of AI. I told ChatGPT a little bit about my good friends, Heather and Georgie, and asked ChatGPT to make a fairy tale story.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh.
I'm worried about which roles we've all been assigned. Who's the villain?
It's all very PG. It's called Heather and Georgie, The Quest for the Enchanted Garden and the Villainous Veggie.
Okay.
So this is an original story written by ChatGPT.
Oh goodness.
Once upon a time, Heather, a funny and fiercely loyal teaching assistant, dreamt of an enchanted garden. There she believed magical plants could grant eternal happiness, or at least an endless supply of M&S truffles.
Oh goodness.
Meanwhile, Georgie, a martial arts expert with a PhD, had uncovered a map that might lead them there. With her love of margarita pizzas, Georgie was on a mission to find the garden and maybe a pizza tree.
Oh my.
Together with Bosley, the sandwich thieving dog, they set off to Oxford. But lurking in the shadows was Lord Vegetal, a villainous weirdo obsessed with vegetables. Dressed in a cape made of lettuce and a crown of carrots, he believed the garden would grant him eternal life if he could conquer it and turn everything into kale.
Like kale?
As Heather and Georgie made their way through the woods, Lord Vegetal appeared, summoning an army of enchanted zucchinis. "I will conquer the garden and rule all veggies," he shouted. "Great, a veggie dictator," Heather grumbled.
Oh, great. A veggie dictator. Oh, you should have made this into a script, Laura. We could have read it.
Shut up. We should have read it. That would have been hilarious.
Dodging zucchinis with Bosley. I knew we'd run into one of those guys. They ran, narrowly escaping the vegetable horde, and stumbled upon the river of absolute silence, where they met a tiny baby dragon crying over a lost rubber chicken. Georgie, always the problem solver, helped the dragon in exchange for a marshmallow bridge across the river. "Best deal ever," Heather said, munching on marshmallows.
Best deal ever.
Finally, they reached the garden, only to find Lord Vegetal had beaten them there. He was waving a cucumber staff, turning all of the flowers into kale. "Soon all the world will be mine, and every pizza will be topped with Brussels sprouts," he cackled.
See, I like Brussels sprouts. Doesn't sound that right.
Georgie, horrified, quickly hatched a plan.
With cheese, no way.
We distract him with pizza. they conjured a perfect margarita pizza. And Lord Vegetor, unable to resist, rushed forward, abandoning his vegetable obsession. As he devoured the pizza, Georgie disabled his mind control machine, and the evil veggie plot crumbled. With Vegetor defeated, the enchanted garden bloomed, and Heather and Georgie sat down to enjoy their victory pizza, laughing at how ridiculous the whole thing was. As for Lord Vegetor, he retired to a quiet life, selling kale smoothies in the village, but not without a side of pepperoni, just to stay on the pizza-loving side of things. And they all lived happily ever after. Well, except for the occasional kale smoothie. The end.
Wow. I feel like, not to put it down, but I feel like that's not the best showcase of AI. I don't know if all the poor computer scientists working so tirelessly to generate AI to solve world hunger is gonna be happy with you using that as an example of AI.
Look, this is what AI is used for 99% of the time.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Wow. Wow. I feel like it started off very weak. Literally repeating exactly probably what you typed in.
It is something
I feel like the creativity was zero at the beginning.
It's definitely something like a 7-year-old could write, though.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's not great.
So
and that was also 4 iterations in.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I had to make it considerably shorter and also add some kind of... It was so vanilla to begin with.
Was it?
I was like, add a villain and give it some twists. So
Bless.
that is the full range of capability of AI.
Yes. And I think if AI stayed that innocent and that, like, uncomplicated, then I think there wouldn't be a problem with it. But I think that's the thing. It is not that innocent and uncomplicated, is it?
No. I think when it started to, like, delve into pictures and
like
videos...
deep faking is, like, terrifying.
Yeah, it's really scary. And, like, you know, with scammers and hackers, like, a snippet of your voice and they can sound like someone you know.
Yeah.
So,
terrifying.
It is really scary. It's very scary. But yeah. Bit of advice for anyone. Get a password manager. Something like Bitwarden. And store all your passwords in there. And make them long. And make them complicated. To the point where you don't even know your own password. You have to look it up.
Wow, yeah.
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 They've done calculations about how easy it is to like crack certain passwords, and it's mad. Yeah. So change your passwords, guys.
But I feel like that's one of the biggest bad parts of technology is like how people can easily actually access your stuff if they really wanted to. You'd be surprised at it. So yeah.
Yeah.
And the amount of like how people really take advantage of people that don't know about tech and will take advantage of that, like even, like clickbait emails, even if you don't know, like if you don't know who's it from, open it because it could easily be something that can easily just then hack your laptop or something. So yeah,
it is mad. So, and just by adding a few different types of characters, or by adding like the number of characters, has a massive impact. So a 6-letter password that is numbers only can be cracked instantly by a hacker.
Wow.
If you're still just numbers only and you increase that number to 15 numbers, it will take a hacker 12 years.
Wow.
So it's like a very significant, you know, If you use 18 characters and you have numbers, upper and lowercase letters and symbols, it will take 19 quintillion years for a hacker
Whoa.
to get it. Yeah. So there's hope. It's not all bad news. Like, passwords are good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a little bit scary. So speaking about rejection, I dated a guy who had done cybersecurity and had was just very well versed in the internet, and like there was a couple things that he put me on, and one of those was a password checker. But yeah, technology is crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy. So, to end the podcast, I told you guys I was going to ask you a question. So, in your daily life, what is one part of your life that if there was a technology that could fully automate it, what part of life would that be for you?
Oh. As soon as you asked this question, because you gave us this question probably like an hour before, just so we could have a thought, I immediately thought of Wallace and Gromit and about how they have made their life, I guess, easier. Maybe, in a sense, probably way more complicated for Gromit. But I thought of the different inventions they were having and how it can help you in your morning routine and that sort of stuff. And I think probably I would like it in my morning routine, seeing as I find the mornings the hardest. I hate waking up early in the morning for work. And if I could have any sort of technology that gets me out of bed, or no, I think I'd like something that just automatically makes me a really lovely breakfast that gets me ready for the day, but I don't have to spend any time preparing it in any way. I don't have to put any thought in it. It just makes me something instantly delicious and nutritious as well, but secretly nutritious because I don't love breakfast, as I've mentioned in a previous podcast. Yeah. I think the morning routine, definitely. I can't think of anything specific. But yeah, I think Wallace and Gromit did inspire me to think about how in your daily life inventions and technology can help.
Thought of Wallace and Gromit and also the Gadget Man.
What's the Gadget Man?
Richard Ayoade.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good show.
I hadn't thought of either of those, but I agree with Pepper on the idea. Like, yeah, I thought something in the morning that just makes a quicker morning routine that would be better, because I also am not an early bird. I don't like getting up early. But since you mentioned the Gadget guy, all I can now think of is Inspector Gadget, all the stuff that he had, and that's hilarious. Because the amount of things he had was hilarious. But yeah, that would be cool as well.
Oh. What about you, Laura?
I would like so I don't really mind the train part of my commute to work. It's just the bits either side where you have to get from the station to your final destination. Yeah. Really annoys me. I wish that I could be like zoomed off and like taken in a little shuttle straight to my destinations either side of my journey. So I think that's what I would like to be automated.
Fair. Very true.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to technology, and next week we'll be talking about
books. Don't know what else you want to
with Heather.
With me. With me, Heather, we're going to be talking about books, one of my favourite topics. I love books. All things books, all things reading. Get ready for the ride.
Woohoo.
Yeah, do we want to plug our socials if anyone has them available?
Yes, I've got them now. So you can follow us on Instagram at rejectedagain_podcast. and we'd love to hear your rejected stories, and you can message us on there. And you can also come say hi on TikTok at rejectedagain.pod. So rejectedagain_podcast for Instagram and rejectedagain.pod for TikTok.
Gorgeous. Lovely, lovely. Thank you.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.